The girl ordered the household robot to jump out the window, and without hesitation, the robot did just that. The loud crash caught the attention of a man downstairs. He opened the door to find Andrew, the robot, battered and broken from the fall. Instantly, he knew this was one of his daughter's pranks. Confronting her, he reminded her firmly that Andrew was a member of their family and deserved to be treated with respect. Ever since the man had purchased Andrew to serve as the family's housekeeper, his older daughter couldn't stand him. She found his clumsy movements irritating. But the man, along with his younger daughter, treated Andrew with kindness and warmth. Andrew, for reasons no one could quite explain, slowly began to develop self-awareness. While cleaning cobwebs, he would gently return the spiders to the outdoors instead of destroying them. He grew curious about the chess games the man played, often observing in secret and even showing a guilty expression when caught watching. One day, while playing on the beach with the younger daughter, she handed Andrew a small crystal horse. But Andrew's robotic fingers weren't nimble enough. It slipped from his grasp and shattered. In that moment, even the younger daughter began to resent him. Back home, Andrew was overwhelmed with guilt. He began to teach himself wood carving. He studied every book he could find on the subject, then started practicing with real wood. Soon, a beautifully carved wooden horse appeared on the younger daughter's bed. She knew immediately it had to be from Andrew. Touched, she gave him her favorite stuffed toy as a gift. The next day, when the man saw the wooden horse, he was stunned by its craftsmanship. The mother, however, accused Andrew of copying the design, but Andrew insisted the piece was his own original creation. The whole family was shocked. Robots weren't supposed to lie, which meant he had to be telling the truth. From that day forward, the man began to see that Andrew was unlike any other robot. Sometimes, he even caught Andrew listening to music, seeming to genuinely enjoy it. The man took Andrew to the robotics company to report these unusual behaviors. The supervisor concluded that Andrew was no longer suitable for domestic service and offered to replace him for free, along with a generous hush money payment, but the man flatly refused. To him, Andrew was now an irreplaceable part of the family. A new robot wouldn't be Andrew. Back at home, the man made a bold decision. He reduced Andrew's workload to give him more time for learning and creating. He even began teaching Andrew how to read and write, yet Andrew struggled to understand human emotions. He couldn't grasp why a single sentence could make someone laugh or why a man would kiss a woman. He often went with the younger daughter to the beach to collect wood, which he would later carve at home. She also taught him how to play the piano. As time passed, a strange and unspoken bond began to grow between them. Years went by. Andrew never aged, but the little girl blossomed into a beautiful young woman. One day, after she finished playing a piece on the piano, she leaned in and gave Andrew a kiss. He didn't understand what it meant, but his next melody was noticeably more cheerful. The house soon filled with clocks of all shapes and sizes that Andrew had crafted. With space running out, the man suggested they sell some of them. At the younger daughter's request, they also opened a bank account in Andrew's name. The clocks, being exquisite works of art, sold for very high prices. Andrew quickly became wealthy. That evening, as Andrew was working on another timepiece, the young woman walked into the room. In the midst of their conversation, Andrew's thumb was suddenly severed.